So the Trump administration has been using this attack that happened right here in San Bernardino as a way to justify the travel ban. I wanted to be here. I want to understand, what do the people who were actually affected by it think about the whole thing?
You could hear screaming and all of the gunshots.
Sally Cardinale and Hal Hauser are survivors of the San Bernardino attack.
He came in, started spraying from north side of the room down to the south side where the Christmas tree was, and he ran out of bullets right about the middle of the Christmas tree. He killed 3 guys to the left of the Christmas tree, but I was saved because he ran out of bullets and he was reloading. And at that point in time, I said, probably a good time to run.
Your lives have been changed permanently, and the political environment seems to have also changed in a very, very major way. When you hear the new president talking about what happened here and calling for keeping certain countries out, does that strike you as good or bad?
I disagree with it. Mentioning San Bernardino in that context as a justification, I feel like it doesn't really make any sense.
Why not?
Well, the people that did this, one was homegrown and the other one was from a country that's not on the banned list, so it wouldn't have prevented our shooting.
After everything that you went through, everything that you saw, you don't think it's worth it to hold them all back and
No, I think that's, if you're going to hold an entire nationality or an entire religion responsible for the actions of a few people, that's really walking the line of civil rights violations and human rights violations.
I know you care about civil liberties, but does Trump's policy make us safer, though, from your point of view?
I don't see how it's making anybody any safer. I think that there's a concern for people that are already in the country that are United States citizens. But what are we doing to address that?
Now, you're somebody who's been a Trump supporter. You voted for him. What do you think?
Well, I hated when it was called a Muslim ban because, you know, we had a couple Muslims in the office that are the sweetest people in the world that got shot and everything by another Islamist, whatever you want to call him. So I had to go and look into the law a little bit more. And okay, these are countries that don't have very stable governments. You don't have very good information abilities to screen people from those countries. That's the rationale I saw.
Is there not a danger that by being this tough on these countries and maybe doing too much of a broad brush, could you wind up creating more terrorists?
If that's the way it's trumped up by the ISIS people to use as a recruiting tool, it's very possible. But Israel hasn't had a terrorist attack in its airports since like 1978 because they do severe screening. You know, you take longer to get into the country, but you get into the country eventually if you're not a person that shouldn't be coming there in the first place.
A lot of Trump supporters are happy about this. They feel like Obama wasn't paying attention. Trump is paying attention. Is that a good thing? Even if he's maybe not getting it all right, is it a good thing that he's at least trying to do something?
That seems to me to be appealing to the lowest common denominator, because those people that believe these countries are all inherently bad are outside the fringe of normal. They really don't speak for me, and I know they don't speak for a lot of other conservatives. Somebody asked me the other day, do you feel any safer because of the ban? No, I don't, because it would not have affected my situation one iota. The president has made it a valiant effort at doing something right and kind of screwed the pooch and needs to step it back a little bit and clear it up a little. But yeah, I have no problems with screening for radical Islamic terrorists, but you know, we found out we need to start at home with that too.
You guys went through this together. You come out pro-Trump, you come out anti-Trump. Are you still able to be friends?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
How is that possible?
I think if you remove the labels and talk about the issues, there's a lot of common ground that people have. I think it removes that animosity.
Yeah.
I'll tell you this. If you guys can go through what you went through and have different political views but still find a way to take care of each other and support each other, the rest of the country has no excuse. And I hope that becomes a lesson out of San Bernardino.
I hope so too.